always remember that the most extreme people have the loudest voices, but they're always in the minority.
Oh man, it's been a while since we did an R&R episode. God, definitely the first one of 2021, but it's been the better part of a year. And I owe you guys this episode because I talked about this before. The last couple episodes we did, one of the more recent ones from early 2020 was the one about the no damsels under 18. Remember that? Oh, I was having some problems with some social media platforms, specifically like a DeviantArt picture. So I went and made that video. But there needs to be more said about this because, well, in that video, I just rewatched it just to kind of recap it. I talked about the pornographers in this community, the ones that are always dancing on eggshells because they don't want to get in trouble for whatever they're doing. So they go around on, you know, they're all over Brian's page. They're all over DeviantArt. There's so many pornographers trying to, they think they're making DID content and they're not. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so I needed to make another video about this, and this is an informative video, as you probably saw from the title. It's not just about, it's a little bit about, it's some facts. I've got some facts for you about what our channel is, because some people seem to be kind of confused as to what this is, what's going on here, who's watching. Also, I'm going to talk more about the underage thing. Also, the kind of, I mentioned it was probably one of the last R&R videos I did, where I said the next video up, the next R&R episode is going to be a video called Not Everyone is Like You. And that is kind of the point of all of this, because one of the things I keep seeing, I just observe it, I've been observing it for a long time, and I actually recently watched a video talking about like psychology and people, their natural instinct to believe that everyone thinks just like them. So just for me here, I realize not everyone watching this channel here thinks like me. I realize not everyone watching this thinks the scenes that I think are good, or like the design of my original characters or the concept of our original programming, be it video or written, that maybe they're not interested in what I'm interested in. And that's okay, because it really doesn't matter, because this is my channel. This is me. This is what I want to do, and you can either watch it and enjoy it or not. That's up to you. But it doesn't matter what other people, if other people like what I'm, you know, that if I acknowledge or think, oh, I have to make this because this certain person likes this or whatnot. No, you either like what I make or you don't, and you move on. So, but in the comment section and the things I read, it's just so obvious that people, oh man, there's strange characters out there that have all their, man, I talked about this before. There's some interesting things going on, but not everyone is like you, and everyone watching this channel is watching for many different reasons. Some people are the same. I've talked to people that have very similar interests to me as far as not only types of scenes, but outfits, you know, just all kind, like a lot of things that are similar. And then there's some people that like similar scenes and like different outfits, people that come from different generations. I'm in my 30s. There's people, that's another thing too. No one really takes anything into account. Again, everyone thinks everyone is like them. So if you're a 50-year-old man here, you think everyone here is a 50-year-old man. I mean, that's just kind of, that's what the video I had watched recently was talking about, is natural psychology and people's belief that everyone is like them. Well, I have some news for you. Not everyone here is like you. In fact, you would be surprised just how different people here are. One thing, here's some statistics. I mean, I own the channel. I have access to the analytics. I can go into my analytics and I can see who's watching, where they're watching from, what gender they are, what age range they are, and yeah, what they're doing here. Not only that, but I can see what kind of device they're watching on. I know the traffic breakdown based on devices. And I gotta tell you, I think you guys would be shocked as to who's really watching this channel. But then again, maybe you won't be shocked, because if you're the kind of person that is in the majority, then you probably think everyone is like you. But then again, if you're a person that's in the minority, you also think everyone is like you. So that's kind of the thing. Would you believe that 80% of our views, maybe over 80%, and this has gone up over the years because technology is people and their preferred technology methods are changing. Would you believe that over 80% of our views come from some kind of mobile device? Yeah, over 80% come from either this or a larger version of this, a tablet. Majority of our views come from this, a smartphone. Like 70% of our views. And I'm going to keep this out because this is going to come back around later. So yeah, that's a high percentage of views from a phone. Only like 12, 14% of our views or something like that come from a laptop or desktop. So like less than 15% of people are watching us on the computer. And it's grown recently, like 5% of people are watching us on TV. So that's something that's, as we move into the future, a lot more people are going to be watching YouTube on television. The TVs are becoming, designed to show YouTube. Some TVs have a YouTube button on them. Mine has a Netflix button, but it doesn't have a YouTube button, but I know some of them do. As we move into the future, YouTube is still in the grand scheme of things, social media and YouTube and digital streaming, this is all still in its infancy. So there's going to come a day where, YouTube is probably going to be the primary source of entertainment in the world from independent people. So yeah, it's growing, and more and more people are watching it on TV. But again, you are dominated by this. This is the vast majority of our views, our watch time. Now, if you're watching this right now, odds are you're watching it on a phone, based off the statistics. So this isn't going to surprise you, because your natural instinct is going to be to think everyone does what you do. But you're in the majority. You are in the majority. I'm going to say that, again, 80% of people are watching on a phone. Now here's the breakdown as far as what I know, from what I've studied, from what I see. If you want to know who's watching this channel, okay, there's 3 different kinds of people watching this channel. There is the dedicated fan, viewer, the person who really likes what we're doing. They watch the show, they enjoy this content, and they found our channel to be interesting and unique, because there's nothing else like it. And they just kind of stumbled onto it and became a fan. They may have not even known what the term damsel in distress was until they found this channel. That it's just something they found over the years. We've been here over 5 years, okay? When the channel started, it wasn't quite like it is now. It was a little different. We started with one of those escape challenge videos, and then, which is gone now, removed that a long time ago, and Kidnapped, our original production, that was one of the first things that came on here. So between those things, that's a slightly different audience than the KK audience, even though some people kind of crossed over, and now our audience is going to be predominantly KK viewers, and then you do have, those same viewers like our original productions, obviously, so it kind of overlaps. But 80% of the people here are people who like our content, they like the programming, They decided that this is unique. I like what he's doing. I want to learn more scenes. I want to see what's going on. I mean, now, especially with us covering the rest of the world this year in 2020 and 2021, we went basically strictly international. Like I mentioned recently, with the Olympics special cycle that's coming up, there's a chance that English-speaking scenes could come back again. But primarily, we've been all over the world. I mean, there's a lot of people that are interested in what we're doing. That's your primary audience, okay? That's 80% of people. I mean, I know I got regular commenters in here. I mean, I know, you guys, a lot of you guys email me stuff. But then there's the next group of people. The group of people that I call the meat beaters, okay? We know who these people are. I mean, you see them in the comments section, not just on my videos, but all over YouTube on anything related to DID, any type of bondage stuff that's on YouTube. I say it, jokingly, but I call them the meat beaters. And we know who these people are. They are spending all day long circulating YouTube, watching whatever they're watching, beating their meat, non-stop. I mean, that is what they're doing here. They could care less about me or anything going on this channel. They just want to play with themselves. And I would say, I don't know what percentage of people that is, but now we got to go back to the analytics, because I don't know anybody. I mean, I never asked, so I can't really say for sure, but I know myself, okay, the thought of holding this phone in one hand, watching, and then with the other, has really never crossed my mind. I've never tried to use this to do this, okay? So if 80% of our views are coming from this, I got a real hard time believing that any of the meat beaters are watching us through this phone. I don't see that. I just don't believe. I think I'm done with this now. I just don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see it. So that means that if 80% of our views are coming from mobile devices, that 80% of our viewers aren't the meat beaters. Now, does that mean everyone who's watching us on a computer is playing with themselves when they watch? No, I would think not. Same with people watching us on TV. I mean, obviously, computer and TV are going to be more comfortable methods for that. So I'm sure there is a percentage, and I'm not faulting anyone for that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because then you get into our third group of people, which I think are kind of primarily number one, but then occasionally, depending on what's going on, they're also number two. But they're not weirdos about it. They're not trolls about it. So I think, and I design our videos to be entertaining to the DID fan. Our custom editing is done to give not only more footage of the scene, so it's not just gone in a flash and you don't have to rewind to see the stuff again, but I mean, I beef up the edit for people's enjoyment. I mean, that's obvious. If you're somebody that is looking for some I don't know what's a good way to say that, I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's, the edits are done, they're very unique to us, and you do what you want with them. But, and a lot of the editing and whatnot, I have to do certain things certain ways to make the videos work. That's just kind of the way it is. But I like to think that our viewers are mainly the first type mixed with the third type. But again, those people, the second type, they're here and understand that I'm not catering to these people. And I'm not trying to, I don't listen to those people. I don't try and make things to make them happy, because they're the ones that, I mean, they make themselves known pretty much. And they're in the extreme minority who's doing that. And this, now we kind of go back to the no damsels under 18 thing, okay? Because let me tell you something. If somebody writes that, if somebody puts, like on a video or something, she's too young or something like that, or, oh, did you know she's not 18? If somebody writes that on a video, understand that they are exposing themselves. They are outing themselves. They're raising their hand and saying, I'm one of the meat beaters. Because what they're doing is saying, listen, dude, I don't feel right playing with myself with that girl on screen. She's not 18, so I don't feel right. Okay, well, guess what? I didn't make the video so you could play with yourself. So I don't really care if you're uncomfortable or comfortable with it. Maybe you should skip the video, or I don't know, stop playing with yourself. Or understand, maybe better than that, rather than feeling guilty about that, or, you know, at making a fuss, maybe you should understand that you're not doing that because of the girl in the video. It's not the girl that's making you feel that way, it's the scene itself. It doesn't have anything to do with the person in it. If you're an actual DID enthusiast, it's not the person, it's the scene. So it doesn't matter how old they are. Like, if you really understand what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong, dude, there's been people here, there are people on YouTube and on DeviantArt that are definitely into kids. Okay, that's obvious. We've all seen this, I think. You know, it is what it is. You know, what was your plan here today? Sorry, I had to do it. I'm a huge TCAP fan. It's one of my favorite shows. If you guys watch it, you probably see me in the comments on some of them. No, I mean, listen, I can't control that. I can't control why people are watching my videos, okay? I just know why I'm making the videos. And it's something I've always enjoyed, and, you know, we do something very unique here, and I think most people are here for reasonable reasons at this point. But then, like I said, not everyone is like you. And another thing, people just don't think, when somebody writes that in a comment, oh, she's not 18. Okay, well, guess what? Not all of our viewers are 18. Did you ever stop and think about that? YouTube is made for people ages 13 and up. Our show is made for people 13 and up. Our show's not made for adults. It's not made for people over the age of 18. Everything on our channel says it's made for people 13 and up. So, what does that mean? That means there's plenty of kids here watching this show. So I'm supposed to act like I can't show a scene with a kid when there's kids watching the show? I mean, give me a break. I mean, nobody really thinks, you know, when they forget that they're on YouTube. Like, again, because it's either a person who makes pornography, or it's a person that, you know, is here for those reasons, and they think everyone's like them. The people who are meat beaters do believe that everyone else watching our videos is a meat beater. I promise you. They think they're here for this, and that's what everyone is doing. They think that there are thousands of people doing this at the same time, watching our videos as that video is rolling. They really truly believe that. They have no concept of the 80% mobile viewer statistic. They have no concept of anything but themselves. They have no concept that there are straight women watching this channel. Like, there are women who are, they love the DID concept, they like movies. We have all kinds of people watching this channel. Not everyone is like you. And it's very frustrating it's just frustrating to deal with those people. Because they can't see it. And they think, oh, you're lying. You're lying. Everyone's like me. No, I know why I'm here. Everyone's like me. I dealt with this recently with this guy. I was trying to find a scene that happened to have an underage girl in it, and he went on some rant. He was obviously obviously a pornographer. I mean, it was very clear what he was doing. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, nobody gives any thought to the fact that there's, and again, you're supposed to be 13 and up to have an account here. But I can tell you right now, there are definitely people here under the age of 13. All over YouTube. We all know this. We see them in the comments. You'll see somebody that writes a comment that you can barely comprehend, and then you go to their channel and you see a video of themselves, some 6-year-old kid. I mean, you know they're here. Their parents are letting them on here. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and shy away from something, especially good scenes, because I will tell you right now, and you better understand this is coming, and I've told people this is coming. There are a lot of good scenes with kids in them. It's called kidnapping. Kidnapping. Kid is in the front of the word. There are tons of awesome scenes with kids in them. Not only ones we've already ran a ton. But I have a whole, I may have more than one cycle planned. I got a ton of stuff you guys have never seen before. Some of the best scenes I've ever seen have kids in them. I mean, I got some stuff saved that's incredible stuff. I mean, some of these kid actresses could teach some of these, especially American actresses, a thing or two. I mean, it's pretty impressive stuff. And again, when this comes, I can't wait for this. I don't know when it's going to be because I'm so backed up with stuff. Maybe next year, possibly the year after. But anyway, people are going to split their wig. I mean, these weirdos are going to be so nervous and so uncomfortable. It's going to make me laugh. I can't wait for it. But anyway, yeah, so just understand that you're here for your own reasons. And do not assume that anyone else in the comments, any of the viewers, anyone liking the videos, anyone watching, do not assume they're like you. Do not assume that they want to see the same thing you see, and that they're doing the other thing on the opposite end of your viewing device that you're doing. Because they're probably not. I mean, you just don't know. And I told that person who made the video, I said, I don't assume anyone is like me at all. And one of those reasons is because, and I think about it too, one of the things that I really like about doing this is, when I was a kid, and I'll probably do another video about this at some point since we're at the tail end of this and a lot of people aren't going to watch it, but, when I was a kid, I thought I was so weird, that I had this DID interest. I thought there was no one else like me because when I was younger, I mean, it was pre-internet, certainly pre-modern internet, social media and whatnot. I had no idea. I had no idea this was a thing. And other men or women, anyone liked this. I thought from the time I was like 4 years old, like 4 or 5 years old, seeing these scenes in movies, there's no way anyone else, and the fact that now that I'm running this channel and there could be like some small kid, some kid way under the age of YouTube's terms of service that sees this and is like, oh man, all this stuff is here I can watch, but, I'm not so weird after all. Maybe that they see that, oh, well, look at all this stuff. Look at all these people. Look at all this, on this real platform that I'm allowed to watch. And say, well, maybe I'm not so different. Maybe this isn't so weird. That's something that I that's one of my favorite things about this is that whether it's watching Kidnapped, our actual production that's on here, or watching the KK episodes, that we might be some kids' like first DID experience, and that they see that it's totally normal. At least it's normal in the general sense. But like I mentioned, with some of the specifics some people get into, that's when it's no longer normal. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's interesting. But again, everyone is here anybody you could imagine is here from any country, and not if you're playing with yourself, good for you, but not everyone else is. So don't expect to be catered to. That's all I'm saying. Be happy for what you get. And, you know, when someone writes in the comments, like, less talking, more action, I think I write back, like, less whining, more watching. Or I should start writing back, less meat beating, more watching, or something like that. That's probably what I should start writing back. But that's what I got here. So don't... Oh, and again, you know, with the underage stuff, one of the things I did mention the last one is something I've noticed, I use Yuli's Gold as an example quite a bit, because one thing you'll notice on there a lot is that, like, everyone will get all uncomfortable about Vanessa Zima, who's 11 years old, but then they won't say anything about Jessica Biel, who's 15. It's like, oh, well, she's famous now, so even though she is only 15, it's cool because she's famous. But the one who's not famous, you know, well, I don't feel comfortable with that one. That seems to be a thing, too. Like, sometimes when it's a famous person, because I don't recall very many people saying anything about 11-year-old Scarlett Johansson in our one video. I don't recall many people getting uncomfortable about that. It's only when the person, like, isn't famous, then they're like, oh, we can't watch that. But if they became famous and they're an adult now it's okay. That's, I don't know, man. Like, that's just something I've noticed. It's just as stupid as anything. So, that's all. Stop complaining, start watching. Yeah, enjoy the content, and I will see you guys soon.